Shalom, praise the Lord, Gloria Dios. As usual, I always come up with something new. Today's video will be very interesting. This video I made for special friend, which is Greg and William Hall and Tobias Singer. Now this video, I will show you and prove it to you that he is, Tobias Singer, I'm not trying to put him down, but he is 100% wrong on the questions the person asked and the answer he gave. Now, if I'm wrong, I want you to write me and call me and send me any way you want to send me the information. But let me tell you, if I tell you it will be everything through the word, all the proof is in the word. It's in the word. So whatever I'm going to tell you is going to be 100% perfect. So let me put this audience, the Noahide audience. This video is actually for Noahide audience because those are the audience Greg and William Hall have. So first questions that this person is asking to Tobias Singer. The video is called Who is the Messiah? And the question is this, that I'm going to put it.
Yeah, hi, my name is Mike. I'm calling from Dayton, Ohio.
Welcome.
And thank you. Thanks for taking my call. I was curious as to the concept of the Messiah being glorified, like in the New Testament, when Jesus returns, he's going to come with the clouds, and every eye shall see him. It's like the lightning from the east to the west. And I know in Daniel it talks about the Messiah will come with the clouds. I was wondering if in Judaism, if the Messiah will be glorified, or will he just appear as a normal man? And my second part of the question is, will the invisible be visible on earth during the reign of the Messiah? Like in the New Testament, it says the tabernacle of God will be with men, and man will be able to see God and angels and other deceased people. And so I was just curious as to Judaism's answer to that.
So you hear the person who's calling, he wants to know the Messiah in the Revelation chapter, which is the Bible, in the New Testament, that this Messiah in the Revelation chapter, he's going to be glorified when he comes with his angel. So that's his questions, and what Tobias will give the answer. The second questions he had, that their Messiah, the Jewish Messiah, is he going to be glorified just like the Jesus was glorified? So the answer is yes. I'm not going to go, I want you to watch his video and understand, but I'm going to tell you that yes, he will be glorified. Now, the way he explained to you, it doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to tell you that why he will be glorified. And he used some of those scriptures from the Daniel chapter, from the Isaiah chapter, and Zechariah chapter. And I will explain to you those also if you want. But at this time, yes, this Messiah will be glorified. In fact, so what happened in the New Testament, what they're talking about, that after the two prophets will die and rose again, then they said that Jesus will come with a sickle with his all angel in the cloud. That's what they are talking about, that he will be glorified. On the Old Testament, the Daniel is already glorified, means the Son of Man came in the cloud and rest upon him, or what do you call, led him into his presence. That's the way that Daniel 7:13 is talking about. So when he read 7:13, this is what the Daniel saw the vision. Now, there are 4 questions that I'm going to answer that the Tobias singer also himself came, even though person didn't ask. So the one word was divine. The Son of Man was divine. Second thing, the Son of Man he has a parent, mom and dad. Or he said the Son of Man is divine. If he's divine, then he do not have no parents. But according to them, because of the Jesus, if that person is Jesus, then he is not the Son of Man because he was born. So that's what the Tobiah is talking about. So over here, let's read 7:13 and 7:9, because one of the things he said that Ancient of Days is a God. Ancient of Days is a God. And I've been telling time after time to everybody that Ancient of Days is not the God. Let's read Daniel 7:9. And this is what the Daniel 7:9 says. Let's read. Throne was set in the place, and the Ancient of Days took his seat. His clothing was as white as snow, the hair was white like a wool. His throne was flaming fire, and its wheels were all blazing. A river of fire was flowing, coming out from the before him. 1,000 upon 1,000 attained him, and 10,000 upon 10,000 stood before him. The court was seated, and the books were open. Now let me ask you, why does the Ancient of Days need a throne to sit? He's already up there. He already have a throne. He already have a throne. The ancient, if he's a God, then he really don't need, he don't even to show Daniel this vision. Because it's not for the God, it's for the Ancient of Days, the one was born before, that Daniel saw that he will sit on the throne. The one he will sit on the throne, not the God. God already have everything up there in the heaven. He is sitting in his throne. He don't need to place the throne. He says, throne were set in place. No, the throne is already up there. His throne is up there if he's God. This is the one he's talking about, the Ancient of Days. Now let me go to 7:13 and make you understand who is this Son of Man and what is this vision and what is this divine thing. And if you don't understand then from the word, then I guess everybody have a problem. Let's see, this is what it says. In my vision at night, I looked, and there before me was like a son of man. Now, Tobiah, he was insisting of this son of man, like a son of man. Why Daniel said like a son of man? What is supposed to say? If he sees somebody's coming from above, some man in the cloud, he's supposed to say like a son of man. What else? Because he was a man. Whoever came, he came in a human being, looks like a man. So he said, like son of man. It's nothing wrong. It's nothing, anything weird about that sentence. Nothing. If I see the vision, I would say the same thing, that somebody looked like man came down from heaven. First thing. So over there, the Son of Man over here, we're talking about, look at this. In my vision, at night I looked, and there before me was like a son of man coming with the cloud of heaven. Now let me tell you, he don't need to go with the cloud of heaven up there. If anybody's coming, because heaven is above the cloud. So if somebody come from above, he's going to come with the cloud. But if he's going up there, then he will capture the cloud and then he will go up there. It will be clear because the cloud is the middle of the heaven and the earth. So if we go up there to the heaven, he really don't need cloud. So if, let's see, two scenario. If Tovia Singer think that Son of Man went to see the God, if the scripture says, look at this, he was, before me was one like Son of Man coming with the cloud of heaven. He approached the Ancient of Days and was led into his presence. Now this Son of Man is going up there with the cloud of heaven and approaching to the God. Let me tell you one thing. He's approaching to the God, then he's going to take, he has to admit that Christians people are right. He needs to admit that Christian people are right because they think that Jesus was resurrected, and when he went up there, he went the cloud of the heaven, and he is the Son of Man, and he is the one is coming back. I guess my point is clear over there. So according to him, the Son of Man went to see the Ancient of Days, the God. And according to me, no, the Ancient of Days is already down over here. The Son of Man came in the cloud and rest upon him. And you need to read the further more. Look at this. What does it say? Who's gonna get the throne? If he thinks that God is the one going to get the throne, then he is wrong because God already exists. He already have the throne. Look at this. He approached the Ancient of Days and was led into his presence. He was given authority. Who was given authority? Who was his? God is given authority? God already have the authority? No, the Son of Man whom he rests upon and led him into, he is the one got the authority, the Ancient of Days. The Ancient of Days is not the God. Because if the Ancient of Days is God, he don't need, look at this, authority, glory, sovereign, power, all the people, nations, and the men of the every language worship him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion that will not pass away, and his kingdom is one that will never be destroyed. He is talking about somebody's on the earth. He is already, our Father is a King of kings and Lord of lords. He is everything. He is the one created everything. He do not need a throne or power. He is talking about the person he is going to use, the Ancient of Days, the one was born before, that God had promised King David. That's the one they are talking about. I can believe or I can understand that Tobiah Singer, that he is so scholars that he thinks that he's a very scholar, very knowledgeable on this Torah and Kabbalah or whatever he called. How can he miss this very simple thing? And then he always talk about you should read in the context. I want you to read in the context and go a little bit down, and you will know that Daniel is the Ancient of Days, because Ancient of Days will come and judge against those nations who is fighting against Jerusalem, against the tribe of Judah and Israel. That's what he is talking about. Now listen what I'm saying. All the people so all these people are going to worship, and now when you say that they're going to worship him, listen, I don't know, but if you read, just like he said, read the Isaiah chapter 9 and Isaiah chapter 11. In Isaiah chapter 9, in fact, this is a mighty God. He will counselor, he will be mighty God. If also in the Psalm says, if God choose someone, He's become a little God. God, he's serving the God purpose. And so God choose according to him, but he have choose only one person that he promised, son of King David, that one day, now listen, this is also what he said, the descendant, descendant, descendant. Now, if you read the main prophecy is a 2 Samuel 7:13, when Nathan said, that is the main prophecy when Nathan told, whatever the God told Nathan told King David, that is the main prophecy of this Torah. And what God told Jacob, that Shiloh will come. Shiloh has to be divine. The Son of Man is a divine. If he comes from above in the cloud, and what he's talking about, the cloud, that we were in the Mount Sinai and cloud was covered and everything, that has nothing to do with the Son of Man is coming in the cloud of heaven and approach to the Ancient of Days. Because God lives in heaven and also in the thickness, cloud of thickness, dark cloud of thickness. So this Son of Man is a divine. He is divine. Why he is divine? Because he is coming from above. He's coming from above. He has to be divine. Now, the other question is that, what was the other question? That, yes, that the viewer, whoever asked the question, that he will be visible, invisible or into visible, something like that. So what he's trying to say is, according to Bible, it says that Jesus is a visible image of invisible God. So what he's trying to say, that this Messiah will have the tabernacle, because they think that they are the living temple. They are the living temple. So he's asking, do we in physical, we will have the temple where your Messiah will be sitting, and according to him, that just like Jesus, this Messiah be God. So he's talking about that he will be sitting on the throne. Yes, temple will be built. Son of King David will be sit on the throne, because what is the promise to Son of King David? What Nathan said, this is what the Nathan said. Let's read properly, so that way we will know. The 2 Samuel 7. The Lord declared to you that the Lord himself will establish a house for you. When your days are covered and you rest with your father, I will raise up your offspring to succeed you, who will come from your own body. Come from your own body. Listen to me and look what it says. And I will establish his kingdom. He is the one who will build a house for my name, and I will establish the throne of the kingdom forever, which is over here. The Ancient of Days will be having the throne. He's talking about the Ancient of Days, which is the Son of King David. I will establish the throne of King David forever. I will be his father, and he will be my son. When he does wrong, I will punish him. Now, offspring, my offspring is my sons. My sons' children, my grandchildren, is his offspring. He's not my descendant. He is not my offspring. My offspring is my children, my kids, my son. And he said, one of his own son, from his own body, from his own blood and flesh. There is the King David, one of his son. Now, I don't know if the Daniel, the second son of King David, the Caleb they called Daniel, he was age 15, he was gone to exile. We don't know too much about him, that where the Daniel came from exactly and when he went to Babylon. But one thing for sure, that God, he was very esteemed. God have loved him. God have shown him all the visions and the dreams, and also he had a capability of understand those. Also, in the Daniel chapter, he see all the visions. It's like a movie. It's like a movie. Vision is a movie. It's not inside your brain. The vision is you will see. If you read the chapter 8 and 9 of Daniel, you will know that Daniel saw another vision when his friends were there. But they couldn't see the vision, what he saw, but they were terrified. They were terrified. So the vision is not something in your brain that God put. No, you will see straight. That's what happened to me. I was in my office and literally I saw the whole building like split. And I see somebody was coming from just like Son of Man, like a man, one man coming in the cloud of heaven. He approached me and then he led me into his presence. That's who I am. So the viewer question is, yes, he will be, he already glorified. God have already glorified him. Now he will get anointed by the people, and he will be sit on the throne, and he will be glorified again, because you all will see the God glory when the temple will be built. When the temple will be built, you all will see the God glory. So over here, the questions, that every questions that you have in the Revelation chapter and the Old Testament, that I had given you, that Son of Man, the Son of Man, if, first of all, what they thought, they think that is the Jesus, they are also kind of wrong, because I tell you why. What is Daniel is talking about over here? This whole prophecy is about the end time. It's not about in the middle. Everything God have showed him is about the end. It's not in the middle, anything. Now, the Shiloh will come. When? In the end time, at the gathering of the people. Then you count as a number. On the number, he said two prophecy. Two prophecy, one in the middle when King David come. The star will come, and then in the end, he sees something in the end, which is he couldn't able to tell anything. That's in the end. So everything is in the Old Testament, the prophecies about the end of the days, end time. So the Jesus didn't come in the end time. Jesus was in the middle. Now, there is another prophecy that Daniel 9:24 to 9:27, where it says 62:7 will pass and the anointed one will be killed. Now, when you read in the context, that 62:7 is talking about in the past. In the past, 7 times 7 plus 62:7 will pass, and the anointed one, the ruler, will come, which is 483, which is 5783. And then the anointed one will come. We just passed the 5783. We are in the 5784. And now the anointed one will come. The ruler will come. On the same time, I do not want to talk right now about the New Testament, but for the viewer, according to the Daniel chapter, I see the second beast or third beast is already around here. You all will able to see the beast from the sea, which is you talking about in the Revelation chapter. You will about to see everything you need to understand and read on the Daniel chapters in the end. All 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, all those chapters you need to look. In the end of the chapter, there is the main prophecy is left over. So on these 7 years, You will see everything. Now, one more thing, the Son of Man, also God, the angel, called him Son of Man to Daniel. Chapter 8 and 9. He called him Son of Man. And also God promised Daniel. Now, if I read that one, you all think that I'm a crazy. But you are a scholar. Look what it says. God is telling Daniel now, as for you, go your way until the end. Listen to me, until the end. At the end of the days, which is before the end. The scripture is saying, the sentencing, end of the days, means it is not end, but it says until the end. Wait until the end. But before the end of the days, you will rise again to receive your inheritance. What is his inheritance? That is forefather, or the real father, the King David, left for him, or what God promised, 2 Samuel 7:13 to King David. That's what he's talking about. His whole chapter is about Daniel. And Daniel is the one first resurrected. He is the one coming back. The Son of Man is raised upon him. Now, if you read down there, the Ancient of Days come and goes judgment against those people, which is chapter 7 down and 8. Please read. Please read. I am not talking anything, but you will understand after I told you who's the Ancient of Days. That makes your brain open and clear to understand. Now, I hope I gave you the answer to that viewer, that he will be glorified. Temple will be built. He is a divine. He is a divine. The Son of Man is a divine. I don't care if they think it is a Jesus, fine. If they think that according to Tobiah, Son of Man has to be divine. Yes. So he's right on that one. He is divine and he is rest upon me, and that's who I am. I am the Son of Man. That's exactly what the Daniel chapter is talking about. But Daniel is very clear, and Ancient of Days is not the God. Now, please, Mr. Tobias Singer, read again. Read again. Visions are real. It's like a movie. It's not something in your head you think. And also God whispered in your ears. And he talks also. He come at night and whisper in your ears whenever he wants to let you know something. So if you read and put attention, he will speak to you. I'm not against you. Remember, you are doing good work. You are bringing people into the kingdom, but we don't need to give them a wrong information. Till you understand Daniel chapter, you never ever to understand the whole Torah. Because whole thing is wind up over here in the Daniel chapter. That's why it is called the end of the days prophecy. Now, you can then add everything about the Zechariah chapters and then the Isaiah 2. But what Isaiah 2 is talking about is bringing everybody home, no doubt. It's been talking in the Torah from the beginning to the end that a Shiloh will come and gathering of all the people. And also he said that this Messiah is for the whole world. Even though he's for the Hebrew, but it is for the whole world. He's going to bring everybody together. There will be one God, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Temple has to be built. Temple has to be built. Also, one of the video, this lady is asking him about, is the Messiah is here? Now, he said yes. Yes, he said the Messiah is already here on that video. He's 100% correct. Even though he couldn't recognize All this Torah he knows, everything he knows. He can tell you the scriptures better than me without seeing the book. But one thing he missed. He couldn't able to recognize who the Messiah is. Because if he knows the Daniel chapter 7, 9 and 7, 13, and down there properly, if he reads, and if he just change all those things and put that, okay, Ancient of Days is not the God, Son of Man is came in the cloud to come down, not up there, then everything is changed for him also. But that's why I am different than you, because God have revealed me, God have shown me all the visions that Daniel had. I was caught up in the heaven. I was front of the angels, like Zechariah chapter 3. I am the branch. That front of the Father and the angel, and they rebuke all the Satan, and they gave me the crown. That's who I am. They already took my filthy clothes and put the crown on my head. So I will be the priest. As Zechariah chapter says, I will be the priest and I will be the king. This video, please show it to all your viewer, Greg and William Hall. Before you again take my interview, I want you to understand only those things, then I will make you understand more. And then you watch all the video from the beginning. 3.5 years ago, I start telling you guys that who I am. Even though I know for 24 years, time and half a time, 24.5 years just finished. Because, remember it says, we broke. What Nathaniel say? Total victory. There won't be no Hamas. There won't be nothing in Jerusalem that create a problem anymore. And whoever will come against Jerusalem will be destroyed. It's written. It's not me. Because the Ancient of Days is already here. What is divine? The divine thing is the divine person is already here that God have choose. And all the energy, all the things you see goes through his divine, his energy is rest upon the divine person. And he is the one is doing whatever you see in this end time. Each and every rabbi is talking about Messiah is here. Each and every rabbi is talking about he will be revealed by Pesach, which is a Passover. Also the Glazer son, the Torah code is talking about now. If you watch the Torah code of Glazer son, there is no 5785 anymore. It's only 5784, 5784, 5784. In fact, he is saying it will be in the Pesach. Listen, what I don't know. I know my time is this year. Either at Pesach or the grain festival, which is in June at the Pentecostal month. Because Pentecostal month, June of 1999, Son of Man came in the cloud. Tovia, listen please. Son of Man came in the cloud and rest upon me. That's who I am. The Ancient of Days was given the throne, the sovereign, the power, the authority. That's what the Daniel chapter talking about. That's the 2 Samuel 7:13 is talking about. That's the one Chronicle 17 and 22 talking about. And I always tell you my identity. My identity is totally different than Jesus. I am the Shiloh. I am the branch. I am the son of King David. I am the adopted son of God. He has adopted me because he said that the son of King David will be my son and I will be his father. I am the branch. I am the ancient of days. I am the Daniel from the dead. I am the outcast. I am the messenger of the covenant. All those things that I've been repeating after repeating, nobody will able to tell you all those things, because the wisdom of the Lord is upon me. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, and his ways are different the way you think. But now I have opened. Remember, even God have told Daniel, seal up the book. Seal up the book until the time of the end. And why he said that? Because he already told him, he knew that he was going to bring Daniel back. And then he was going to show Daniel again so he can open the book, because he says, the seal up the book until the time of the end. Now who's going to open that book? If he showed Daniel everything, then he should bring the Daniel back so he can see. Otherwise, it's all the visions and dreams he had is futile. It's not worth it. So he is the one to come and open the book. Remember, also it says that educations will be, everybody will know so much knowledge, and everybody is trying to figure it out. Who's this Messiah is, when he's coming, what's going to happen. Listen, there is a lot of things that I cannot tell you. And even I tell you, you cannot comprehend. And then if I say something, you will think that, oh, he thinks he's a God. No. I am just another anointed one, just like the King Saul, the King David, and King Cyrus, and other kings, the royal line. I am coming. And it will be very soon. It has to be, like I said, my time is over. Time and half a time is cut off just now. Now left is 1,290 days, which is to build the temple and everything. And then he says, wait till 1,335 days. Now, I know that Jewish people don't talk about all those things. But that will also happen because it's written. Now, that will happen in the end. The war is right now with Iran, but the major war is still coming, which is at 1,335 days. Right now we are in 1,290 days. If you read, we will go against Iran and then we will back off. Somebody will help and we will back off. But the revenge is still there, is waiting. They both will be sit down and make agreement, but they both will be hate each other. We're talking about the Iran or we're talking about all the Middle East versus USA. Because eventually nobody will like the USA also, because most of them are Muslim country. So all those things are ready to happen. Ready to happen, just like in Zechariah chapter says that before the building of the temple, there won't be no wages, there won't be no jobs. It's coming. It could happen this month, it could happen next month, but it's coming. It's going to happen this year because temple has to be built. Hamas got to go. There is no two-state solution. There is only one state of Israel. You cannot serve the two God. It has to be only one God and one state, and everybody will know the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And the neighboring nations will know because it's written. They will be the part of this deal. I think so. I gave you all the answer, but I want you to watch that video. I was going to put the video and the answer, but whatever he said and I said, you compare yourself and you will understand my answers are correct, because let me give you one more reading. Over here says, Daniel chapter 8, okay, it says, while Daniel was watching the vision and trying to understand, there before me stood one who looked like a man. Again, they look like a man, but over here in the 17, as he came near the place where I was standing, I was terrified and fell prostrate. Son of man, he said. So he called Daniel a son of man. Also, he called Daniel son of man. The son of man, he's been called by the one being anointed by God. Anointed by God. Now, one thing I'm going to tell you, that remember in the Saul and the King David time, remember the wind came and they become anointed, or they got the spirit of the Lord. In my case, in the whole Torah, there is only one person. The Son of Man come in the cloud and they rest upon him, not even Jesus. Jesus said, John said, the spirit like a dove came and rest upon him. But in my case, Son of Man came in the cloud and rest upon me. There is not even one person in the Torah that have a Son of Man rest upon him. And then about the visions, let me read about the visions so you will know. Here you go. Daniel was in chapter 10. Chapter 10, 7. Daniel was the only one who saw the vision. Look at this. The men with me did not see it, but such a terror overwhelmed them. They fled and hid themselves. So, Daniel saw the vision because it's only for him. It's just like when the Son of Man came in the cloud, it's only for me. He glorified me. He came in the cloud. Just like the guy asked you the question, is he going to be glorified? Yes, he will be glorified already through the Father, and he will be glorified again. Just like Jesus said also, remember before he was crucified, he said, glorify Father, and the glory we have together. See, I cannot talk about Jesus too much because he said, I am he, me and my Father is one. If you know me, if you know me, you know Father. I was exist before Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I mean, that proves everything, what he is. So, but again I told you, in God's time, everybody will know who Jesus was, who was the anointed one, the one cut off from 62-7, 434 and cut off or killed from the land of the living. Then who got the prolonged life? I am the prolonged one, I told you. I am also the mediator, right now, prolonged one, that God have given me the extra life to finish the job. But again, the divine thing, okay, so vision. Remember, I was reading about the vision, highly esteemed, consider carefully. And he was, Daniel, you who are highly esteemed, consider carefully the word I am about to speak to you, and stand up. I have now been sent to you. And when he said this to me, I stood up. Okay, so everything angel was talking to him is about the end time. Nothing but in the middle. But we still need to find out, and we still need to figure it out, who was that anointed one was cut off or killed, 62-7 pass. He is the one got the prolonged life. He is the one got the prolonged life. And he is the one will be sitting on the throne. I hope you understand today's video. Now, a lot of things are happening right now in Jerusalem. I want you to get prepared. It's gonna get ugly. Iran is coming. USA won't stop till everything stops, because right now also you see the war of rumors are all over the Middle East right now. All over YouTube you can hear that the things are happening. I got a lot of other things to tell you, but I can't put everything together in one video. But remember, please watch my testimony, my first video. When you open, you will understand what exactly happened. And once you understand that one, you will know who I am. And I am coming. I don't care what you all think about me, but I am on my way. Thank you and God bless you. We'll see you next time.